Hello and welcome. I'm Debbie, and I'm so thankful that you are spending some time with me. Thank you so much. There are so many ways in which our society has changed over the last few decades. One change that has deeper impacts than I often realize is the desire to fill quietness with activities and distractions. So, this causes me to question whether or not we are afraid of quietness, of being quiet. When I was young, yes, way back in the dark ages, of course, we would go outside and play or go to our rooms to read or work on hobbies and projects. I would go to my room, let my parakeet out of its cage, and either read or listen to music. All the while, I would visualize and think about what I was listening to or what I was reading. All the while, I'm visualizing this and just enjoying the peacefulness and quietness around me. With my neighborhood friends, we would play, talk, or sometimes just hang out and be quiet together. When I was in a quiet place or mood, I would think about life, what I aspired, to what I dreamed, my friends and family, or just examine my own thoughts and beliefs. I would also think about God and my relationship with Him. None of us ever seem to be afraid of being quiet or afraid of not having anything to do because we could always find something to do. Yet, over the decades, this has seemingly changed. It's almost as if some of us are afraid to have a moment not scheduled, afraid to be alone with our thoughts. Indeed, at times it seems as if it's a competition to see who is the busiest, who can have the most activities scheduled. Many parents schedule every moment outside of school with activities for their children, lessons, sports, clubs, whatever it is, so that children are never alone or have a free moment or get to know who they are as individuals. I would often work with students to show them how to budget their time, as they really didn't seem to have any free time outside of school because of the myriad of activities in which they were participating. Even amongst adults, this seems to be prevalent. It's as if the busier we are, the more important our lives are. I'm often asked about my own upcoming plans, and often my response is, I don't really have anything planned, but something always turns up, and something does always turn up. Even our entertainment has changed with all of the streaming services, sporting events, concerts, and other activities. Sometimes it seems like it takes me longer to find something to watch than it does to actually watch it. But why are we running away from the quiet? Running away from not being busy? Are we afraid of what we might find out about ourselves if left alone with ourselves and with our thoughts? Yet, when we are alone with ourselves and our thoughts, that is when we are able to hear the still small voice that speaks to us. Quietness often allows us to listen to what is happening around us. Distractions, noise, busyness can all block the realities of what is happening in the world around, the real events occurring around us, not the noise of the sensational news and events, but the realities of what is happening to others and even to ourselves. Hear what others are actually saying, the context and emotions behind their words. Quietness can also help us rest and restore. Instead of being anxious about the busyness of our lives, we may be able to reduce our stress and relax in peace. We may also be able to better hear God's voice in answers to our prayers because we are listening to the quiet rather than filling the quiet with noise. John 10:3 through 4 reminds us that the watchman opens the gate for him, and the sheep listen to his voice. He calls his sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all his own, he goes on ahead of them, and his sheep follow him because they know his voice. We don't have quietness, we can't hear his voice. This week, I encourage all of us to not be afraid of the quiet, that we listen to our hearts, that we listen to God, that we listen to what is real rather than listening to what is distracting. I hope you have a wonderful week filled of peace and quiet. Thank you.